Hey, what's going on? This is Reed, aka Carnivore Chef, and I want to talk about my cholesterol and things that involve cholesterol in this video. I've had 2 blood tests since I was carnivore, and the first time my cholesterol was pretty high. My HDL was good. It was good because I've experienced this before in a high-fat diet, but my triglycerides were out of control on both times. First time they were about 250, and this last time they were 358, which is crazy. And this made me curious as to what's going on. So I just started doing research and trying to figure out what is even happening. I've listened to this book called The Great Cholesterol Myth. I'll leave a picture of it somewhere over here. It made me understand cholesterol a lot better, but still, like, these numbers scare me because I have a family history of heart issues. And according to this book, a better health marker than overall cholesterol or even LDL is your triglyceride to HDL ratio. And mine's currently at a 7, which is very high, very, very high. So anyways, I started researching and looking to see what can cause this. And I wasn't aware that you need to fast before a blood test like this. Triglycerides are just fat found in your blood, and it's used, it's like immediate calories from eating fat, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But anyways, the number freaked me out, so I don't know. Nobody told me that I needed to fast before this. The first time, definitely, I was arrogant probably about it and went in thinking I know what I'm doing, and had eaten, probably 6 egg yolks and a 1 pound steak or something like that. And obviously that's insane, because that's probably gonna get utilized pretty quickly, especially those egg yolks. You would think something like that would be a lot more absorbable than anything, just immediately. But anyways, the second time I went in, it was a surprise test because I was sick, and they gave me a blood test to make sure it's nothing, they can detect there. And look back on that day, because I now have a journal of every single day that I've been on this diet, and it looks like I ate before that. So there is another thing. Also digging deeper, also found that this guy named Dave Feldman has an entire website about this, and posts and self-tests and things like that. And he talks about his triglycerides going up in a carnivore diet. And there is a magical number of 12 that seems on his testing that his triglycerides begin to fall after a 12-hour period of not eating. And I'll link what I found below. Everything I'm talking about right now, I'll link below as much as I can. It turns out that just coffee in general can raise your cholesterol. So I've been fasting for 14 hours right now. I took some fish oil, not thinking about it, last night, like I usually do at the end of the night. And I'm hoping that doesn't mess with this test. It shouldn't. And it's been almost 12 hours since I've taken that. But yeah. Today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at this, which is Everylwell's cholesterol and lipid test. I've never done one of these at-home tests, so this will be a fun one for me. Basically, what I'm looking for is, do I need to change my diet? If I send this in, and if my blood lipids are still insane after 12 to 14 hours of fasting, I think something might need to change. I'm not too sure what yet, but I've got to know for my own benefit and to reassure myself that I'm doing the right thing. I hope that most people are kind of like me, at least in the sense that if they see some sort of evidence of something going wrong, that they would at least try to change, at least figure it out. But anyways, I'm gonna open this up, show you what's inside, do the test, send it off, and we'll be back with that. So real quick, I'm gonna open this up. I don't think it'll matter too much, but I'm gonna cover it up anyways. Starts off, you get this welcome to register. You gotta register this test online. It comes with a list. Of things that is included, and then it tells you how to do it. In the box we have an alcohol prep pad, Band-Aid, a gauze. Yeah, these are lancets. They prick your finger. This is the card that you would put the blood on. And this is the return bag. Yeah, this is the return bag. You send this in. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. I don't wanna show, blood all over the place, so I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll see it. That was a process. I haven't done a Lancet in a long time because I used to check my blood sugar regularly just because I was worried I had diabetes. But my blood was really hard to get out. That's not on them, that's on me. I don't know. Anyways, I just finished and it took a good 20 minutes to get enough blood for this. It really is not that much blood you need, just like my blood's really thick. I started looking online on their site and apparently you need to drink some water before this, and I sure didn't. So just make sure you do that. Anyways, I'm gonna let this, I have to let it dry for about an hour, and then I've got to pack it up and send it off, so I'll be doing that. And the next time you see me, I will have my results, and hopefully I didn't mess up this too bad. We'll see. It'll either be inconclusive or be some crazy numbers. We'll find out then. All right, I'll see you then. I've had these results for a couple of days now. I've just been really busy, and yesterday was my last day for a month at work. So anyways, here you can see my calculated LDL, which is, bad cholesterol, quote unquote. But there's a book called The Great Cholesterol Myth, and it really lays out how it works in your body and functions it uses to carry other cholesterols through your body. And there's multiple types of LDL that I found out. There's LDL-A and LDL-B, and one is better than the other. I believe LDL-A is the quote-unquote good LDL, and LDL-B is a marker of inflammation. And even according to this, my LDL has been much higher, which is either way, like, I'm not too concerned with my LDL, especially considering how I felt lately. So it's just nothing I'm worried about personally. Total cholesterol is 259.8, which still isn't crazy at all. I've seen it much higher. Total cholesterol to HDL ratio. I don't know if this is a good indication of health either, because it takes into account all the cholesterol, which is, that's fine, and I'm still in an acceptable range even according to their scale. I don't look at this too often. What I look for is this right here, is triglycerides to HDL ratio, which, from what I understand, is a much better signal of heart health and just general well-being. And again, I bring up this book, The Great Cholesterol Myth. It seems to guide you in a better direction of understanding what you should be looking at when it comes to your cholesterol. In the book, they talk about how HDL to triglyceride ratio is associated with better health in studies. So I will trust that. I don't really have too much of a frame of reference, but they include it. And here you can see it's a 2.22. Whenever I got my surprise blood test done in January, I had not fasted at all. It was a skewed result, and it still freaked me out because I'm just like, I'd never seen my triglycerides this high before, so I don't know what to think of it. And my triglyceride to HDL ratio was about a 7, which is awful. Like that my doctor wanted to put me on a statin after seeing that. But after seeing this and fasting for 12 to 14 hours, I feel much more comfortable. And even then, I feel like the results are still kind of skewed because I didn't even think about it and took fish oil, and I would count that as breaking my fast because I take like 6 fish oil capsules at a time. So I don't know. I'm gonna retest again, and I'll probably update it later. But I'm gonna do it again just to keep up with it. But for now, my HDL is 64, which is good. My triglycerides are 142, which is a bit high, more than I was expecting after a 12-hour fast. But it's better than the 358 I had in January. I feel much more comfortable with my health looking at these numbers than I did looking back at January's numbers. So those were my results, and I've got to say that Everylwell made this really, really easy to do. Whenever I took the test and I was having a hard time putting blood on the test strip, That was a user error because you're supposed to hydrate beforehand to make blood flow better. And I didn't find that out until I was pretty much done. So the next time will be much better. I plan on doing the inflammation test next for C-reactive protein because that's a good marker of health apparently. And if it's not, please let me know in the comments below. I just know it's a marker of inflammation, which is not good. Inflammation creates degradation. Okay, so that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Since I found out that Everylwell has this plan, I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. Ever since I found out that they have this monthly membership, I will be taking more of these tests. So if you'd like to see more of these, please let me know.